Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing okay. It's going to be my weekly analysis on EU. It's probably not going to be a very long video, but yeah, we'll go through it and explain what I'm looking at. So, starting off on the monthly, as I talked about last week, I'm looking for shorts because we coming out of this range, so we had a strong low, we had a weak high, we had all this build up of liquidity. I think on the weekly, so this is a monthly, we tapped into this monthly imbalance fill and then we pushed up and we went to take this high. But on the weekly you'll see that we took out this liquidity right here, this internal range liquidity, and then pushed up and took external. So if we've just taken external, then this is an inducement, and the idea is that we trade away from the inducement. So we trade from external to internal range liquidity. So I am looking for price to go bearish to come and target internal range liquidity, and we're coming out of this range, so we create a new range. So I don't want to keep looking for buys because we're coming out of here, and I'm expecting the pullback, or I'm trying to trade away from the inducement. So I'm going to look for shorts. I have a bearish bias at the moment until price gets into discount of this range. So let's go to the 4 hour. So the 4 hour target, actually we should probably just talk about last week. Actually let's talk about this. So it's a bit messy, but yeah, so the 4 hour, we came out of this liquidity, we came out of this external range liquidity on the monthly, on the higher time frames. We ran liquidity, we broke some structure on here on the lower time frames, and then we ran liquidity here, and then we pushed up and we broke structure. So this is my range from here to here, and this is internal range liquidity, and we haven't hit it yet. We haven't hit the internal range liquidity yet. So this is my target. Forgetting about the higher time frame, forgetting about where we're heading on the monthly or the weekly. This right here is all that matters at the moment. This is my target, and we haven't reached it yet. So I am going to be bullish until we take out this liquidity right here on the lower time frames. So that is my plan on that, is to come and take out this high on the 4 hour. Like I say, if we're bullish, targeting this internal range liquidity of this 4 hour bearish range, then strong lows should hold. Like this one held. We pushed up and we took the high again. This is my last strong low, so this is what I'm looking to trade inside of. So this is my last strong low. We just go to the week for the 1 hour, actually 4 hour. Yeah, on the 4 hour, this is in balance on the 4 hour time frame. So I would, if I'm going to look for longs, I want to see price come down and mitigate into this 4 hour block before looking for longs to come and take out the liquidity or the internal liquidity of this 4 hour bearish range. So yeah, just to recap, this is my target. This is the current low that I'm in, that I'm expecting to hold until this target is reached. So yeah, I'm looking to trade long inside of this. So inside of this we have this imbalance fill price action on the 4 hour, which is this blue line right there, and then below that we have this unmitigated 1 hour block, and we have this liquidity sitting just above it. So my job is not to get tricked into taking longs from this area, is to wait for this to get taken and then look for longs. Now this could, because we haven't had any confirmation of the high, we could just keep on pushing. We could just keep on pushing until this target is hit, and then if that happens, then my longs are done, and I shall look for the shorts. I'll wait for confirmation for the shorts. But right now, this is my target, and if price gives me something like we go and break the high, we go and take the high again, and then we break structure and we create this range from here to here, then I would be interested in looking for longs from this area to target this high. So it would look something like, you could take it direct from here, but I just have to see how it sets up, to be honest. So it would look something like that. That would be the trade that I'm looking at. And that's it really. I can't really talk too much more about it really, because I don't know how it's gonna we could wake up on Monday morning and Asia's just done that, or we could wake up on Monday morning and then Asia has done that, and then it's up here, and then it gives me a valid to maybe take shorts into here and then take the longs. So I don't really know until it sets up, but that is my overall plan, is to come and take out this high. And once that's done, we go again. We figure out where we're heading. But that's it really. Not a lot else to talk about. I could talk about these couple of trades I took. So I took a loss and I took a win on EU. The loss was, let's talk about the win, because the win was interesting actually. So took a loss here, thinking that we were going to respect this range from here to here, because we came in, we ran liquidity and we broke structure. So when we had all this liquidity right here, so I thought it was valid to take shorts from here, but it didn't work. It didn't work because this was, like, what I failed to realize at the time is that this was a 4 hour. Oh, for God's sake, what's going on? Hold on. Yeah, this was a 4 hour break of structure. So this was the target, and that's why it didn't work. It's because I had the overall direction wrong. I should have been long into this, and that's, so just learning from your mistakes there. So took a loss on that one, which is, it's fine. Now that I'm trading a little bit lower time frame and smaller stops and better risk to reward, I don't really feel so. I don't really care too much about the losses, because I know that when the wins come, they make up for it all. So it's just about not revenge trading or doing anything stupid really. So let's talk about this trade. So this was a really good trade, and this is something I want to get better at as well, and I'm going to go through it and try and explain what I mean. But so I was bearish. So let's go to the 15. So I was bearish inside of this range from here to here, and we had just taken out all this internal range liquidity. We'd mitigated this block. We created a range from here to here. This was all mitigated. We came into this breaker block here, and then we pushed down and we broke structure. So we ran this liquidity. One second. We ran this liquidity right here, and then we broke structure. Okay, and then we ran this liquidity here, and then we broke structure. So this was the range that I was playing, this green range right here with these green dots. And as you can see, if we just replay it back to there, so you go to the 5 minute, you can see inside of that range is internal range liquidity. We have this inducement, we have this big inducement here, which, I'll be honest with you, this is a trade that I was looking at right here. I was looking at taking these shorts, and I think without experience or without learning from my losses, I would have taken this, and I would have taken a loss on it. But with, this is kind of what I was talking about in my last video, about learning from losses and learning from your mistakes and improving. Because if I didn't learn from my losses, I would have taken this trade from here, because this liquidity, this imbalance, I would have taken those shorts, and then I would have got caught in the trap. So just a little bit of experience, told me that this is internal range liquidity. This is just a further inducement. It's also Asia high, I think. So this is a further inducement. So I don't go short until that gets taken. And if it doesn't happen, then I was just, it didn't show me what I wanted to see. So I was right to stay out of it. But I took this short, which is a great trade. I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm pretty pleased that I managed to stay out of this. That's a good sign of progress, and learning from your mistakes, and which I think is the key, to be honest. But that just takes time to do. just to learn from your mistakes and build that experience. So I was pleased with that. But one thing I do want to talk about is that I'm starting to get a bit more comfortable on the lower time frames, and I'm sort of learning to improve. I want to get better at trading the lower time frames, because yes, this is a nice trade. You know, a 4.6R trade is a good trade, but you know, there's opportunities inside of this, because if you get the range right, when you get the range right, okay, from this high to this low, and then price is taking out this internal range liquidity into this POI, and then you see a rejection. Now, if you're bearish targeting this, then these strong lows on these strong highs on the lower time frames, they should hold. They should hold until the target's reached. And I do think, like, when you get this right, there is opportunities inside of this to scale into this move, to scale into this, to make the most of, you know, when you do get it right, make the most of it. Because yeah, 4.6 is good, but I guarantee you there's opportunities, a lot of opportunities inside of this to go to scale in and go short. In fact, let's do it, shall we? Let's have a look. So if we go back to here, right? We're in this trade. We've taken this direct from here. We're in this, expecting this target to get reached. Go to the 1 minute, and like I say, we're just going to trade from the strong highs, basically. So we're in this POI. We're in drawdown. Let's just go through it and see. Now, we haven't had any break of structure yet, so we wait. We know the target. We know the target gets hit, but we don't know how we can scale in. So let's just go through it and see how we can scale in. So this is, you know, we get a break of this. There's good confirmation that we're going to go bearish. So let's just wait. So we mitigated this. You could, if you had full confidence in this, you could go short right here. You could go short right here. Stops above that high, expecting that to hold. Now, would I do that? No, probably not, because I'm in this trade and it hasn't really broken this low, so we could keep pushing. If I'm wrong on this, if I'm wrong on the bias, we could just keep pushing higher. But if we break this low, then that gives me more confidence that we're going to go short. So I wouldn't take that one. So we broke the low, and then all we're looking to do is trade. You know, this is the last strong high, so we're looking to trade inside of here. You know, this is the imbalance. This is the imbalance. When price comes back and mitigates, we take that short, stops above the high there, targeting the low, and yeah, and then we keep trying to scale in, expecting these strong highs to hold. So we're in that trade. So we're in this one. Let's keep playing it out. So let's just keep trading from these strong highs. So we broke structure again. Strong high. Price comes back to mitigate. Stops above the high. Targeting the lows. Let's just follow price and see what it does. It's going to get messy because we're going to have a few. Got 3 on there. So we're in this trade. Yeah, came back to mitigate this block. Expecting this high to hold. Expecting this high to hold. This high came in to mitigate this. Look, this is tricky because you have this imbalance up here. We haven't quite tapped this block yet. Hold on, let me put the. We haven't quite tapped this block yet. We've built this inducement below it. Now you have a choice. You can either trade from this and take the risk, or you can trade from this. Now I think we'll do both. So if we take out this high again and come into here, stops above there, we'll take that trade. But if it loses, we'll take the loss and we will take shorts from there. Take shorts from there, expecting this high to hold, because this could be an inducement inside of this range. So we'll take these shorts, targeting this. We'll see. we haven't tapped either yet, but we'll see. We took out this high. We took out this high right here. You could have gone long right there. You could have gone long as this candle closed. Go long, stops below there, targeting this liquidity right here, because this is going to get taken. It's just what POI it's going to go from. So you could have went long, you know. I missed it, so we'll get rid of that. So yeah, we missed that one. Let's get rid of that for now. So we'd be in this. Would be in this. The further down you get, it does get difficult to keep shorting from here. But you know, it's just psychology really, because look, now this is a range. See, this is a high, run of liquidity breaker structure. This is a high right here. This is sort of unmitigated right there. Stops above the high. Yeah, we take these shorts again from there. Stops in there. Let's get rid of that because I think that's not going to get tapped. Because this is a run of liquidity breaker structure, so this should hold. Should hold. Target these lows. Range. If we get a push up, see, we could go long right here. Could go long right here because we've broke structure. Oh no, we haven't. Sorry, we ran liquidity. No, we haven't. Sorry, don't worry about that. Now we've ran liquidity. We've broken structure. Yeah, we've just taken out all this liquidity right here. See, this was part of a higher time frame range. I bet if you went to the 5 minute, yeah, on the 5 minute, this is the range that from this high to this low, and then price came and took internal, and then we push down and take external, so we can see if we can scale into shorts. Oh, we may have missed it. Yeah, we've missed it. We go short right here, this off this high, right there, stops above this high, targeting these lows. Because this is the high, this is the low, this is the inducement, you know, unmitigated wick. I think it's pretty much done now, but yeah, so the target would have been hit. So like, just what I'm saying, this is what I'm, you know, I'm not very good at this, I'll be honest. Like, this is not trades that I have the confidence in to take at the moment. I do some trades like this one, some of the lower time frame stuff I would, but I haven't got the confidence to just keep scaling in on winning positions like this. But it's, you know, it just goes to show, you know, this, if we've got the direction right, then all you're doing is trading these bearish ranges. And look, you would have got a 4, you would have got a 6, so that's 10, 18, 27, 33, hold on, no, 32, plus that's 39, you know, and say maybe you took three, even if you took 4 losses in here, say you made 35R on just this bearish move, and you know you made a few mistakes and you took 4R, you know, you're looking at, you could get, you know, capitalizing on that, you can get 35R, 30R. It's not you know, it's not unreasonable to think that that's the case when you get the range right. You know, you drop your risk to something that you're comfortable, to the point where it doesn't, the losses don't matter. You know, if you get this wrong, it doesn't matter. You know, like 0.25, something like that. Don't have to risk 0.5% on a trade. Don't have to risk, you know, 1%, 0.5%. Just go 0.2, 0.25, and just build that confidence up in it. That's what I'm looking at trying to do. This is the kind of thing I want to be doing, scaling into winning moves like that, not worrying about the losses, you know. But anyway, that's it from me, you know. That's it from me. It's my weekly analysis on EU. That's my sort of plan, that I'm looking to try and improve on this, because there's potential in it. You know, you can't deny that if this is the range, you know, and you get it right, that these hold, they do hold. And you know, even that trade, say you were late on the move and you just took this trade, you know, that's a 5R. And a lot of the time the confirmation entries are a lot better than taking the direct entries. So yeah, you know, like say if you missed it and you think, oh, it's gone, I'm going to wait for it to come back. But what happens is it doesn't come back because it just respects these highs, you know. So you have to build the confidence to take it from here, or to take it from here, or to take it inside of this range from here. And that's what I'm trying to do. You know, I don't claim to be the man, but I'm trying to be better at trading, and this is something that is my next goal, really, is to get better at this, because I enjoy this style of trading a lot more than swing trading, and swing trading is boring. But anyway, that's it for me. I'll stop rambling on. Take it easy. Goodbye.